Alright. You guys know the drill. I'm gonna grab a pair of these. We are working with raw meat, and I don't like working with raw meat with my bare hands. Okay. Rinse it real good. Okay. I can already see the membrane. Because I'm going to be, you know what, I'm going to be using this pretty heavily for pulling the membrane. Okay. All right. Nope, I'm patting it dry because I need to get at the membrane, this layer right here. Okay? Patting it. There we go. And they say that if you take a paper towel and grab it, you actually get a pretty nice pull, meaning there we go. Okay. You see? That's what we want. Yeah. Okay? That's what you don't want, but that's what we want to pull. Okay? Alright. Now, forgive me, because I'm not a meat guy. I'm not really all that too familiar with, you know, meat cuts and all that sort of stuff. So, go talk to your butcher about all that kind of stuff and all that. Now, this is just kind of, I don't know. I can do without this, so I'm going to trim this off. Now, am I using the right knife? Probably not, but it's a knife that I trust, and it's a knife that I know will get the job done. Like, all that fatty tissue, you don't fucking need it. Sorry for the language. Now, a lot of barbecue guys will talk about squaring it off, right? Like, could go right here, cut that part right off. Like, if you wanted to take this, make this your show ribs, right, for a barbecue show, you want to get it as nice and as presentable as you can. Okay. That off. God, that is a bunch. I mean, I like fat, but I don't want all kinds of fat. Okay. So, going to leave that in there. Now, I'm going to leave that there because, truthfully, you can actually make that into some good reserved stuff. So, I would put that in a Ziploc bag if I were you. Okay? You can make it out of beef tallow, can cook it, and make it into some good stuff. Okay. All right. Again, I like fat. I don't like a heap ton of it. Okay, like this fat marbling is good. What we really want is the meat. Okay. So, what we're gonna do is put those scraps into a gallon Ziploc bag. And I'm gonna save them for later. Now, a gallon is probably a little bit overkill, but I don't really have quarts, and I don't feel like doing them later. So, put them in later. Get all the air out. Okay. All right. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wipe down all of the juices and all that mess. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is we're going to take the binder, right? Our binder, meat binder, and by binder I mean something that's gonna allow you to adhere your barbecue rub to your meat, okay? For me, that's gonna be mustard. Good old yellow French's mustard. Okay. Shake it up. Okay. And this is where you literally, liberally want to rub this down. Okay? Also, this is going to help give it that red color. Okay? Because you're going to lose some of it in cooking. Okay. I'm sort of cleaning as I go, guys. I apologize. But I'm going to take my gloves off. And the good thing about having a pair is that you can just re-glove up. Okay? So, take the wrapper off. Now for this, I'm using Killer Hogs Barbecue, the barbecue rub. Okay? Now, I'm gonna glove back up. One thing I'd like to tell you guys is that you can actually do a trick where they do in the EMS. So, for example, let's say that my glove tends to get soiled, okay? It's been soiled with, all right, let me use the EMS example. In EMS, if I end up having an incision or I end up having a cut and somehow I'm bleeding or whatnot, okay, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put another glove up on top so that my bloodborne pathogen, which basically the course they call it, bloodborne pathogens, will not be problematic for the patient and people that I'm touching with my gloves because it's contained within my glove. It's not contained within the skin, okay? So, appreciate you doing that, but you didn't have to. All right. Remember, this stuff you want to apply liberally. And just pat it into your meat. Okay? And what's gonna happen is you're gonna put it in the pan that you're gonna cook it in overnight, uncovered. I'll tell you why. Because you're gonna let the flavors soak in when you need to. Okay, so we're gonna flip this bad boy over like that. Again, take my yellow mustard. And apply liberally. And you're gonna rub this in. Because this is gonna be your binder, okay? Did you see when I flipped it over that not a whole lot of rub came off? That's why. I'm just rinsing my gloves, guys, from the mustard. If you want, you can dry your hands if you'd like, but it's really not necessary. Okay. Go ahead and cap off, close that off, and liberally apply. Now, make sure you get it on the sides too, guys, because that's important. You can't stress that enough. Okay? Now, I live in an apartment. Okay? Don't know if you guys are aware of that, but I do. Okay? Why am I telling you this? So, you can do this many ways. You can do this in the oven. You can do this. Okay, I know what I was gonna get at. Okay. So, make sure that's all in there. Pretty good. Okay. I feel like that's gonna be really good. Okay. Why am I telling you that? The reason is because I probably am not going to want to cook that entire rack like that. You can if you want, but one of the things that I suggest is if you want to cook it in a couple of hours, right? You want to start it at, say, like noon and eat by like 5. Absolutely 100%. You definitely want to cut this like this. And sometimes, if you want to do it in the air fryer, don't know why, but you can cut it on the bone. Now, me, I'm actually going to leave it like this because I'm going to cook it with a whole rack. And I'm going to cook it for hours, okay? It is 11:03. We're going to start it at 11:45. At about 3:45, we're going to check it to see how it is. And we're going to do it low and slow at 275, okay? All right, let me show y'all what I'm working with. This bad boy. This is what I'm working with, okay? Meaning, this is what we're gonna put it into, okay? Okay. So, I'm gonna set that aside here. I'll show you all what I'm doing, okay? Because this might be. So I'm going to put that here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from this corner and go all the way to the other corner. You guys see that? go from this corner here all the way to this corner here, okay? Because it's gonna be that length. I'm not gonna be able to get it here because it's longer. So if I go lengthwise, it'll fit, right? By the way, if you guys don't know, your monitor and TV sizes are not from one end to the other. It's from one end of one corner to the diagonal corner of the opposite end. That's how they measure. So don't think you're getting gymped out. That's how they actually measure that, okay? Small little fun fact for you. All right, now, take my rack, and we're just gonna lay it in there like that. All right, that is what we're gonna cook. And that's gonna be good. It's gonna be good later, I'm telling you. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave this in the fridge. Let it marinate, as in let it soak up those spices, right? This is all you need is the dry rub, okay? Don't know if you guys are aware of that, but in the meat industry, all you need to do is just worry about your dry rub, okay? Alright, so what we're gonna do is find a shelf. And we are going to move meat from there. Chicken there, and we're going to put this, let me show you, okay, just right in there like that, okay, right in there like that. Now, close it up, leave it overnight. Well, yeah, leave it overnight, but in my case, I'm gonna leave it for a couple of hours, okay? Then, we're gonna put it in the oven, low and slow. And it's gonna cook for hours. Okay? Now, this is raw meat juice, so what do you do with this? You throw it away. But more important, what do you do with this? You clean this. So, I'm going to then take that aside. All right. Alrighty. We're going to clean off that surface really good. Because yes, that was real raw meat juice. Okay. Alright guys, appreciate you watching. I'm Sean the ToGA brother, and I will see you back when it is time to cook. Till then, I'm out.